What's going on, family? Well, this is a quick video. I know that in this time and age, everybody is really busy, and taking more than 5 minutes out of your time might be a little bit too much to ask. And I understand. Trust me, I'm a bit the same when it comes to my attention span when it comes to those videos thing. But anyway, long story short, it's about transition. Transition is my second album, coming out internationally on September the 18th. Um, it's an album dedicated to my father. My father passed away in 2014 on January the 27th. And it's definitely a therapy. It's definitely something that had to come to life in order for me to find peace, and a certain form of acceptance to what happened. From having one of the strongest men I've ever been exposed to. Super healthy, and always just strong, and to well, losing him so brutally and cruelly, should I say, as he passed, in front of me, in my hands, without me being able to do anything about it. Um, Feel a bit unjust, quite unjust as a matter of fact, but as we say in my culture, it was his calling, it was his time, so it was also my calling to then make sure that I would give him the most profound tribute possible. And I was very thankful that, though he was at the hospital when I started to really implement the recording and production of Transition, which at the time didn't really have the title Transition just yet. Um, he was able to listen to Benefit featuring Omar and Papa featuring Mohamed Jabi. But at the time, Mohamed Jabi was not supposed to sing on the song yet. I had not heard of him at the time, but I had the instrumental, and he really enjoyed the music. Actually, it really made him smile. So throughout this experience, where I was able to share this space with my father, a really intimate space as a father and son, he shared a lot of things with me that were extremely valuable to my life as a man, and will stay with me forever. And I definitely will pass that onto my kids, and also my nephews and nieces, because he shared so much blessings through words, wisdom, and and just telling me how much he was proud of me. That was very poignant to me. To see that he was proud to see what I had accomplished. Though I have yet to do, and so much more to make happen. But so far, he was like, "Yo, I commend you for what you did, and for what you're doing, and I ask of you never to stop. This is your calling. This is what you're gifted for. You got other gifts, but this is where you shine the most, and you're really good at what you're doing. So keep on doing it." And yeah, so as most of you have known, my parents has have always been big supporters of mine. My father has helped me, collaborate with Mangala Kamara, Umusangari on the first album, on Invocation. So on the second album, though I did everything on my own, and I did everything while he was no longer part of that world, physical world. He still was able to help me. At least I would like to believe that, and I truly believe it in my core, that he was there, and he's there. He's here with me, guiding my path, and making sure that I stay one, reaching out to all those people, friends, artists that I look up to, who have all accepted to be part of Transition. Has been an absolute blessing, an absolute honor. I have Tidra Moses, Lenubians, Omar Lifehook, Nelson Freitas, Keisha, Paul Randolph, C. Robert Walker, Lady Karoon, Pebbles, Davido, DJ Arafat, Adele Lafia Dio, Peggy Tabu, Miranda Nicole, Mohamed Jabi. I mean, beautiful album. Beautiful album. I'm extremely excited, extremely happy about how it came about. I did everything on my own. Like literally, what you're seeing here is how I made the album. Was this my laptop, and this setup here, and was really fortunate to have a beautiful musician by the name of Slick Team, Eritier Ngoma, with whom I've done quite some songs as well. I mean, those were some of my fellow musicians that have accompanied me throughout the process of making this album. Was bringing the musical talent alongside the line. Big shout out to Nate Scott up in New York for mixing those vocals. Overall, a project that has been done in a much different way than the first album. Didn't have access to all the big studios and all that, but still, I believe that I had amassed enough knowledge and skills to do it on my own, in the pure sense of the term. Like, I literally have done everything, from the composition to the mixing, except the mastering that has been done by Martin Adjaz. Big shout out to the brother right there. But yeah, everything. And shout out to my distribution team and just everyone around me who has been, so supportive and so, so helpful when it came to making sure that this album will get the necessary support and exposure it needed when it needed it. And right about now we can see it. I mean, it hasn't really dropped out internationally, but it's available on iTunes, and already there's a lot of love being communicated. And the release of all the 4 singles so far, the 4 singles, has been extremely well perceived, and the support is just amazing. So more than ever, thank you. I hope that the whole album, when it drops September 18th, will be for you guys a journey of positivity, of love. Also, it will show you that within all this pain that one can feel and go through, there's always hope. And though pain is inevitable, sufferance is. So I had refused to suffer. Though I am feeling the pain, I have refused to suffer, and I have accepted to elevate myself through the sounds and music that I'm making. And hopefully you guys resonate with this and just embrace this whole project and appreciate it as much as I enjoyed making it, and felt sometimes like, how am I going to do it? Is it really going to work out? Wow, this is so much stress. This is you know what? When you want something and you're determined, I think you can make it happen. So, yeah. Transition, baby. It's in stores September 18th. Worldwide. We're going to be doing CDs, vinyls as well. So, let's go. Let's get it going. And just know that there's much more coming.